powerful interview segment this week, I will be speaking with the president of Norway. He will be sharing with us the importance of the local government being independent in a federal system of government. Join me. It's good to have you on the program.
Thank you, Sharon.
What progress could you say Norway has actually made so far in ensuring that Nigerian system of government ensures that the local government actually has autonomy?
Well, I want to say that the update is so far so good. Although we are faced with a very stiff resistance from most of the state assemblies so far. But clearly, when the bill from the National Assembly transmitted to state houses of assembly, it was warmly received by the various state assemblies across the country. And that was when some state assemblies quickly swung into action and started processing the transmitted bill. I think it was started from Benue State House of Assembly. The Assembly of Benue State was the first that passed the bill into law. And it went like that up to about 9 state assemblies when the Nigerian Governors Forum realized that if they continue keeping mute, the bill for the local government autonomy may scale through. And I believe Nigerians are aware when they quickly summoned a joint meeting in Abuja between the forum of the speakers of the House of Assemblies and the Nigerian Governors Forum. The outcome on what transpired in the meeting was not officially and formally made public to Nigerian people, but when confronted by many journalists, the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum denied the fact that the issue of local government autonomy was one of the major interests that made the forum to cajole the forum of the state speakers to a joint meeting for the first time in the history of the two groups. And we were reliably informed that in the meeting, actually the main issue they discussed was the issue of local government autonomy, which the governors showed a lot of concern and worried that they must find a way of stopping it. We were also told reliably by even some of the governors that they agreed and sealed a deal between the speakers of the House of Assemblies and the Governors Forum that the autonomy for the speakers, they will have no problem with it. They can have their own autonomy, but that of the local government should be conceded to the governors. And that was why abruptly after the meeting, the process in various state assemblies was stopped halfway. I want to recollect exactly at that time, the bill in Kano State House of Assembly was almost passing the second reading when it was put on force. In Jigawa State House of Assembly, the Assembly had already concluded the public hearing, and which, according to the result, made public by the leadership of the House of Assembly of Jigawa State, the majority opinion of the citizens of Jigawa State was in favor of the autonomy bill. So that was how the process was hijacked. And up to now, if you contact any state assembly, they will tell you that they are going to consult widely. I don't know how wide the consultation is going to be. And we believe they are just playing around and they are doing the bidding of the governors.
And moving forward, what should be the role of the local government in Nigeria? Would you say that the local government are allowed to actually perform optimally as expected by the Constitution of Nigeria?
We in local government believe that with a free, functional, democratic local government system in place, a lot of ugly situations in Nigeria are going to change. First, we need to understand why local government, even in developed countries, are still sustained. They are sustained because for you to have an inclusive approach to governance, you must have a government that is closer to the people, a government that is at the doorstep of every community. And that government is the community government, which is the local government we are talking about. It is there. It's a deliberate, creation to enhance inclusiveness in governance. And by having inclusive participation in governance, you can understand the magic that can do. In the area of security challenges, you need to have a holistic approach to it. Just recently, when President Muhammadu Buhari visited President Trump of the United States of America, one of the key issues President Trump reiterated on the challenges, security challenges precisely in Nigeria, that President Muhammadu Buhari must find a way of ensuring that inclusiveness is adhered strictly in the address or attacking the security challenges in the country. And he went ahead and clearly mentioned that for Nigeria to be more stable, the local government, the community authorities, the sub-regional government, that is state government in that case, and the national government must come together to see what they can do to arrest the situation. And as at today, it is very clear that local government is just existing by name, but in function, Nigerians know that local government is completely, incapacitated by the level of encroachment they suffered by the government of the state. And that is one critical issue and things that the local government autonomy will bring to Nigeria. In the area of poverty-related issues, it is the local government that understand the language, the culture of each community. And if you allow that community to govern themselves in a way and manner they themselves understand, certainly they will be in the best position to exploit all the, potentialities within the communities, both the human and material potentials within the communities. But now the gap is becoming wider. A lot of untapped potentials are left unattended at the local level. And because of the poor enabling environment in the local government, that also increase the rural-urban migration, which if you go around to major cities in Nigeria, you will see how young people are trooping from rural areas to cities. And when they come to cities, all in search of greener pasture, the greener pasture is nowhere to be found. And they form themselves in criminal gangs of armed robbery, gangs of kidnappers, and so on and so forth, because they must leave and the opportunity is no longer there. And our governors sincerely are very, very insensitive to these issues. What their focus, they focus more on is their political interest and the financial benefit derived from the encroachment into local government administration. So there are a lot of things it will bring, and it will serve like a stabilizing factor in the governance of the nation.
Just recently, the Kaduna State Governor El-Rufai, sacked more than 4,000 workers, local government workers to be precise. Is there any updates on these workers? Is there any process that you think the government should actually ensure they achieve so that we don't have more workers actually losing their job in the system? Well,
the update is that the retrenchment in Kaduna is still ongoing. El-Rufai did not stop at the earlier 4,000 plus workers he sacked from local government and other sectors. The downsizing of workers in Kaduna is still ongoing. I'm saying so because I know after that, series of retrenchment and retirement is still going on. I was made to understand through a report from the Kaduna State branch of our union that after the first batch is like a continuous process, as I said. Any member of staff, be it in local government or state service, that serve for 30 years, 31, 32, RFIE will just, sack him. So almost any employee in the service of Kaduna State that has about 2 years to his retirement age, either by age or by years of service, RFIE will just push him out.
Without salary? Without benefits?
Yeah, I don't think he's paying the benefit. That is the fact of the matter, but there are a lot of promises that their benefits are going to be processed and so on and so forth. So that is the ugly situation we find ourselves in Kaduna, and it's very unfortunate. This is happening under the watch of President Muhammadu Buhari, as we have been saying. We had written to the presidency, we had written to everywhere, and it's like the government sincerely is not all that sensitive to listen to the problems at hand.
What role do you think Norgay can play in ensuring that Nigeria is actually safe, especially when it comes to the security? Before now, how does the local government operate to ensure that lives and properties are actually secured?
Well, the truth of the matter is that as at today, the functions and responsibilities of local government are completely eroded and are usurped by the state government. And the state government, in most cases, fail to connect to those rural areas and our communities. And because of their failure to connect, after destroying the local government system entirely, that creates a lot of chaos. And because of the saturated situation in the local government and our communities, a lot of social ills and evils are happening. So the truth of the matter is that until we try to make our governors, state governors, to understand the importance of local government to the generality of the Nigerian people and allow local government to function well, I'm telling you, we will never get it right. So we need to fix this level of government because Nigeria is a diverse country. And in our diversity, like we said, lies our strengths. And how can we exploit those strengths in the diversity is by ensuring that the weaker in society, the minority in the society, are adequately provided for. And how can you provide for them? Is by giving them the opportunity to administer themselves in the way and manner they believe they can live in harmony, they can live in peace. If you look at various states, particularly, take the Kaduna state, for example. Kaduna is a state of different tribes, different religions. And for you to have stability in Kaduna, you need an active local government system so that every community that reside within a particular local government at least will have some sense of belonging. Yes, we choose or we elect our chairman, we elect our local government councillors, and we are getting our money to administer ourselves in a manner that will address our aspirations. So, but if you continue to believe that a governor in a particular state that is complex, like Kaduna, certainly we will never get it right.
It's good to have you on the program.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
And that's all we can take on this edition of the program. Join us next week for a very interesting package of the show. I am Sharon Ijason. Thanks for watching, and remember, labor creates wealth.